HR Agile is one of the fastest growing areas of Agile and project management right now. And what this is developing more of the iterative and agile mindset into your HR processes. Because this is a business process, implementing HR Agile is always going to be a bottom up approach, meaning you're going to engage your stakeholders that are end users, frontline managers, end users in the HR that are recruiters, because they're going to be the ones initially probably driving this. And where we see most of this is in the hiring process. Now, at PMOamerica, we're not HR Agile consultants. We're project management consultants. Our expertise is in getting this done. And what a lot of companies do is they'll hire an HR Agile coach or an HR Agile consultant, and then they'll have that same person who's really expert in HR Agile manage the project. This is generally a bad idea because their expertise isn't in getting the thing done, it's in what needs to get done. And one of the things you're going to see here if you try that approach is your HR Agile person consultant may have had some training in project management and specifically, let's say in Scrum or Kanban, and they adopt that approach. And they limit your sprints to 4 weeks because that's supposed to be your maximum sprint, but that's for software development. When you do an HR Agile, your first iteration of this might necessarily be 3 or 4 months because it may take that long to go through your first test process of onboarding people. And so if you limit that to 2 or 3 weeks, you may have only onboarded 2 people in that time. And so you're not going to have enough feedback. So these type of projects, these business process projects, in particular HR Agile, the sprints or the time box can be 3, even 6 months. So you develop this new process and you want to prototype it. You want to demo it at the end. The only way to do that is to go through the entire process. And even if you have been successful in a 4-week block of hiring 4 people with this new process, you still don't have enough information to know it works. That's going to take another 2 or 3 months, but then you want to iterate back over with each manager. How are these people performing that we onboarded under the new process? So, and it's not just the hiring process, all of HR is like that. The time frame to get good feedback is much longer. So this is an area, again, where PMOamerica excels because you don't have to hire a 40-hour-a-week project manager making $140,000 a year that for 2 months may not have much to do. So in this instance, what we would do is engage you with your HR team and we want to do this early. When you've decided to make the transition to HR Agile, we need to be involved at the early stages. But then we may only be involved 12 hours a week for 2 or 3 weeks, and then it may go down to just once or twice a week. Where are we with this? And then we go into the execution phase, and then we might be there 30 hours a week for a week or two. So as the project kicks off, we're monitoring the early stages, but then there's going to be bigger lags than there would be if you're managing an HR or a project, an Agile project for software development or moving to the cloud, starting a new business, those type of things. So that's the key here. And we do get a lot of questions. So can you implement HR or an HR Agile process for us? That's not our area of expertise. Our area of expertise is working with your Agile consultant, HR Agile consultant, to develop the right requirements first, then develop the plan and the schedule and the scope, and be able to put that in an Agile Scrum type framework, and then iterate it and monitor and control that over a longer period of time. So if you're interested in this, please go to our website, PMOamerica.com, PMOamerica.com, and just contact us for project management. Tell us what you want to do. We'll have an initial consultation with you. It doesn't cost anything, and show you how that we can build the steps to get these very valuable business process changes done. HR Agile is growing so rapidly for a reason. It really does help. And we run into this as people that recruit ourselves from time to time, the difficulty in dealing with some big companies that have 6, 7, 8 steps to hiring somebody. And what's worse is, and this is just a specific example, if you're doing that in your big company or even mid-sized companies, we want to do this type of interview first, then this one with the team, then finally a third interview with the manager where we may or may not offer you the job. But you have to keep in mind those resumes that you're getting a lot of times are you've gotten from staffing agencies. Well, they have a 3 or 4 step process. And so if you're doing that the old way, which is a waterfall approach, and even this project plan will have to be waterfall because there's regulatory involved in it. But if you're doing that, you may create 7, 8. We have one in Cincinnati right now that we're not working with, but we've talked to other recruiters. They have a 7-step process, but every recruiter has a 3 or 4 step process, and some a little bit longer, and things get delayed and rescheduled. If you have 12 steps to onboard someone, you've got 12 points of potential failure. And it may be somebody had a bad day, their dog died, so the third interview that they've done for this job doesn't go well. You have things like when they're doing the team interview with 3 or 4 of your scrum masters or project managers that aren't the hiring person, and the recruit rubs somebody the wrong way, or they just don't like them, they're threatened by them. There's all these steps. So we really do like the HR Agile process. We see where it's going. But the problem we're seeing is in, again, the project management, trying to do what is truly has to be a hybrid project. You're going to have waterfall and Agile in your project methodology to implement HR Agile. And that's where we really excel. We think we can help you a lot, and we hope to hear from you and get you on a path to bringing a lot of value to your HR department in a relatively short term period of time if you do it well. Thanks for watching.